Yo, Jack, are you frozen? Sam, are you there? Yeah, Jack, are you frozen? Sam, are you there? Yeah, Jack, are you frozen? Sam, are you there? What are we even doing here?
Yo, Wi-Fi flagging, but they holding it down. How about them J-era Maz ballers running Beantown? They say these guys are ridiculous, yet probably true. Like the 23 Celtics, they got a deep crew. Pregame Polly Papa trying to make some bank. Professor Pete repping Latvia, KP the thing. RJ's on the email taking fools to college. Joey, Matt, Timo, Robin, let's acknowledge. What are we even doing here? We're taking the crown. Checking Sam, talking Celtics and breaking it down. Competition can't keep up, they're starting to frown. What are we even doing here? In the garden, fighting for a quiet spot. Jack's taking notes while the crowd gets hot. Irate, insightful, not a diplomat. Sam's got a long list and it's just for rats. Rat list your Wi-Fi, rat list your dog. Rat list Bronny, rat list LeBron. Rat list the traffic, rat list the song. Rat list that's getting too long. What are we even doing here? We're taking the crown. Checking Sam, talking Celtics and breaking it down. Competition can't keep up, they're starting to frown. What are we even doing here? Might think they're chill, but don't get it twisted. They're not just hustling, they're highly gifted. Still new to the scene and making their mark. It's a humble beginning, it's a hero's arc. Sam's keeping it real with the Starkey vibe, but he's all in with Jack when it's time to ride. Your ass hat in the chat, Jack says don't come back. He's got zero patience for nonsense attacks. What are we even doing here? We're taking the crown. Checking Sam, talking Celtics and breaking it down. Competition can't keep up, they're starting to frown. What are we even doing here? What are we even doing here? We're taking the crown. Jack and Sam talking Celtics and breaking it down. Competition can't keep up, they're starting to frown. What are we even doing here?
Hey, we're back. It's been a while since Sunday, but for me, it's since Friday. It's been a while.
Hello. Yes. Hello, everybody. How are we all doing?
This was a point of discussion on the recording earlier today.
I think it'll be a closer game. Well, anything's a closer game than 54 for the most part. But I do think it'll be like not a complete wash. Unless the Celtics decide to remember how to shoot threes, then maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see.
When are they going to learn how to shoot threes again? That is the question.
Age-old question.
I'm all right.
Everybody.
I'm better and worse every day. I was feeling good earlier. Now I'm like a little fatigued. As the day goes on, I get more fatigued. But, you know, we move. Guess what I got, Jack?
The nasty fucking tablets. Yeah, I'm sure.
I have I have this other one that's like a medicine one that you put in your water. Both of them look like piss, by the way. But the other one tastes
like it too.
This one might, but the other one tastes pretty good.
No, I don't believe that. Absolutely not.
No JB airball threes.
We'll see. See what happens, I guess.
Shit, I should have a lightsaber, just like a little shitty one for when I'm under the weather, as they say.
Have you seen Star Wars?
I've seen Star Wars.
I don't know.
In fairness to the question, I haven't seen the old movies since I was a kid.
I haven't either. I was just curious. Is it simple as just making threes? No, but I think that would definitely help. I think it would. I'll put it this way. I think Joe is over-exaggerating a little when he says our offense affects our defense, but I don't disagree with the idea that if they start making threes, defense will become infinitely easier and look a lot better as well. So
yeah, they're going to be like, look how fun it is to play basketball.
Well, and just they won't have to be running in transition, scrambling to get their matchup set every time as well. So there's a mix.
How's everybody been in the chat? I feel like I haven't seen everybody in a while. It's weird.
I've had a lot of people mad at us in the comments for like 2 videos in a row now. So
good, we're back. At least people are watching.
That's fun. People weren't too thrilled when we said the Celtics have a Kristaps Porzingis problem.
No, nobody. By the way,
no one watches.
People exactly. Nobody watches because the people today on the Walker Kessler one were like, "What do you mean? Al's retiring and Porzingis is injured and Drew's getting older. And it's like I said all those things.
Yeah. People are mad. People read titles and get angry. And it's game's a game.
Nobody loves a good rage bait like the two of us.
People love being angry. That is for damn sure. Draft stuff's starting to pop up too, which I think is fun. I love the draft.
More on that for you Friday.
Yes. Wish we had a Ford Kessler. Yeah. I think Brown and White have not offensively been playing great because of KP's. No, I think Derek White just hasn't been hitting his threes, and I mean Jalen's always been a little inconsistent, but I think it'll be fine, and I think Kristaps will be fine too. I just think it's him getting used to it. I think guys aren't hitting threes, so it's weird, and I think it's just you got to get used to playing as that group again because realistically they haven't played as that group since the start of the playoffs last year, right? So it's just it's been a while. It's been a minute.
I think there's just some tuning up that needs to happen, to be honest with you. I think Porzingis is still getting his feet underneath him, and the other guys are kind of having to sacrifice a little bit to enable that. You could have him out there and not do anything, but it's not really beneficial to him or the team if you're just like, go ahead and stand there while we just ignore you. He has to kind of get involved, and it can come in waves. I think he's gotten better and better. I think the team has been inconsistent despite that. But I do think once everybody else figures it out, it's going to be a much better product to watch.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I couldn't be less concerned about what is happening right now. I do want to test who said it in the chat. Mackie. Derek does this every season in this. I want to see what Derek White shot. Yeah, January and just or December and January last year. He shot 40% from three. I really wanted it to be correct. I really wanted it to be like, fuck yeah. Okay, that's a good thing. He does go through slumps every season, though. There is always like a certain month period where Derek White is not the best shooter in the world. That's fine. But
I mean, I think everybody in the league has those stretches.
Yeah.
It's just kind of part of the game. It just kind of sucks when everybody on the same team does it all at once. That's when it gets a little bit murky.
Yeah. For what it's worth, he did dip down to 37 for January. So it does seem like he goes through a slump sometimes in January. And then this last 2 weeks of January, it was down even more. So maybe it does just get cold this time.
You might as well call my cold Mayweather. It's kicking my ass. Like you can have one suck, but not both. Exactly. It's tough when they all suck at once.
Yeah, shooters just get cold. I think it's just a thing that happens, right? Like it's fine. People get cold. It'll be fine. I think with KP there, Jalen's transition game has disappeared because the offense transition game. Maybe. I think transition would be better for Jaylen to get back to. KP, I don't think KP's coming off the bench anytime soon.
I don't really get the coming off the bench thing. Like, you still have to play him.
I get it a little bit because, like, Al's better against those bigger centers. That's usually the center in the starting lineup. You bring KP off the bench to really dig into the mismatches. That way it flows a little better with Jaylen and Jayson in the starting lineup. Then you can really focus heavy on KP, play it by ear. Al's been phenomenal this year. Stuff like that.
I think the only way, like, the coming off the bench makes a lot of sense to me is if he's on a minutes restriction and you want him to be playing at the end of games. Like, if you don't want to burn minutes in the opening 6-7 minutes of the game, then sure. I think if your ultimate goal is to have him play with the starters, you want him to be doing that, especially when the games do not matter, at least high stakes wise. You can afford to lose these games, as frustrating as it is for all of us to sit here and watch them be in dogfights with the New Orleans Pelicans and lose to the Sacramento Kings. But ultimately, hopefully there's growth from that. And Missoula, I'll say this. It feels like when Missoula gets up there after the game and is sarcastic, things are going to be going okay. During this stretch, he hasn't had a lot of witty comments. After that Pelicans game, he was all in his bag again.
I also just hate and we'll do it, but I will never overreact. I didn't overreact like last season, right? Like shit happens. Every NBA team, players are in the NBA for a reason, right? Like sometimes they'll have good shooting nights, sometimes they'll play better, sometimes they'll play worse. That's why you play the games. Like it happens, right? Is what it is. Hello, Bruce. Hello. Possibly see you. Hell yeah, that'd be cool. I'll be there.
We'll be there.
I know Bobby and Noah talked about it. Funny thing is, after bad teams beat the Celtics, those teams start playing better and start. Yeah, teams just go through waves, and that's how the season works. Does speaking with the media after every game affect players' mental health? Sometimes feel bad for Tatum. Maybe, but I think they're pretty used to it. I don't think Tatum minds it at all. I mean, he may not like it, but I don't think he is overly bothered with it. I think he just does what he needs to do, and moves on with his day. But I guess I don't really know.
I feel like it doesn't bother Tatum. I just don't think he cares. / he doesn't like to do it. He definitely doesn't care to talk to any of us.
No,
that's for damn sure.
No, not at all.
Question for everybody here. If there are 1,000 grapes sitting in front of you, you get 50 grand per grape you eat, but one grape of the bunch is poisonous and will kill you instantly. How many are you going to eat? You're going to ask me to repeat it.
Yeah.
If there are 1,000 grapes in front of you, and each time you eat a grape, you get $50,000. But one of the grapes in the entire pile is poisonous.
I will not eat it. I won't eat it.
You wouldn't eat a single grape.
No.
I think I'd eat.
Hi, Cam.
1, 2, or 3. Depends on what kind of day I'm having.
I would not eat any grapes. No chance.
I feel like there comes a point where the mathematical. Yeah, it does sound like a sweet game. It does feel like there's a mathematical equation to this.
That is what, a 0.001% chance
compared to,
or no, that is a 1% chance of or a 0.1% chance of dying.
999 times of 1,000, you're gonna make 50 grand, at least off the jump.
Don't really want that. But I'm not taking it. It is 50 grand or don't live another second on the planet. I'm not eating grapes.
Classic Russian grape roulette.
I will. That is the easiest hypothetical question I've ever had to answer in my whole life.
You think so?
None. 100%.
If you borrow money, just let us know.
Yeah, what? You can have 50K every grape you eat or die instantly. I don't care how small the chances. I don't want to die. What? That's hell no. I'm not eating a grape. What I kill over, you just die.
You die instantly.
Immediately. Yeah, no, I'm not eating any grapes.
What if they're a really tasty food too?
No, thank you.
Just your favorite food. Sweeten the pot for you.
No.
Probably the earlier you get there, the better. Because we have to be in front of the cameras a half hour before the game. So
yeah, and pregame conferences and dinner and stuff like that. So it's
What if the grape turns you into a Laker fan?
I'd eat all the grapes.
Eat all the grapes. The Ravens.
Jack refusing food. Fuck you, Ravens. Yeah, Cam, you really started this whole Walker Kessler thing, huh?
Yeah, Cam really pulled the fucking pushed the domino over. He was in the comments today trolling.
Of our video, was he?
Yeah, he loves it.
That's funny.
If the trade happens, Cam had it first.
Yeah. Around there 4-ish. Oh, are you covering the game or are you just going to the game? Because I don't know if you're allowed to get in that early on Saturday.
If it happens, I'll take a lap, but it's obviously not going to happen.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to happen. What breaking pregame Celtics? I don't got shit for you, Rivens. Go read Hardwood Houdini. You know, here, I'll pull up my hardware Houdini articles and you could hear what I've written about. And that is literally the only news I have for you. Celtics were scouting a Princeton guard, Xavier Lee. Celtics sale news. They're going to start getting bids on January 23rd. Expecting a first close by the spring. Nobody's hurt for the Celtics tonight. There you go. That's what I got. Shout out.
It is a breaking news that there's no one on the injury report. By the way, when they're top, however many are healthy, their record's not very good.
Who, the Celtics?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's what we were talking about. Why Porzingis? Because it's been since Porzingis has been back.
Yep.
So, here's what it is. They'll be fine. I don't think it's a big deal. But I don't see Cam's comment today.
I thought I saw it. Maybe
What
I'm
did he
wrong.
say?
KP puts up 30 tonight. That'd be nice. I just like to see them like look like the team that they're supposed to be.
Lied to me.
I don't think I lied to you.
You did.
No, I'm gonna have to go.
Trading Springer into Cap and signing a couple guys to complement the team seems way more likely. Yeah, I just think it's gonna be that. We'll see though. Hello, Kyle.
My friend Jack that tells the other friend that he hates money goes, "Give me 5 greats, then I'm putting that shit into Amazon, sent as the stock abbreviation AMZN. Turn that shit into a mill."
Big Jakob game tonight. Absolutely. Bet your ass. They'll be fine once they figure out how to not make. Yeah, exactly. They just need to readapt. And there's also an element to it of like where the teams now have tape on this Celtics team. Like they now have the ability to game plan and see how they can possibly get around what the Celtics are doing. So it's a mix of stuff for sure. You see that Jimmy Butler went to Pat Riley and told him to his face, like, I don't want to be here. I'm not signing here. I'm trading. Trade me. That takes balls. Go in front of Pat Riley. Hi, Mrs. LaFrance. Hello from Toronto.
If you sort
Hello
by
from
new, hi, Ma. If you sort by new, Cam's comment is the second one. He put with about 1 billion M's.
I see. I didn't see it on the YouTube studio. Maybe it pops up just on the website.
I always think Proto's ass, but he plays well against us. When is the strategy of leaving an open 3-point player going to change? It's not working, right? I hate the strategy, Rui. We're on the same team on that one. Might as well be
banking on it working in the playoffs. I guess. I'm just waiting to see the assist. I have the Raptors starting lineup. There you go. Davion Mitchell, Grady Dick, Scottie Barnes, RJ Barrett, Jakob Poeltl. Yeah, it's fun. I will say though, like if I'm Miami, I'd rather this than him say nothing and just leave.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully you can get something.
Nah, hopefully if you don't get something, it's a disaster class. That is mismanagement. You have to get something.
The commentary on this grape question is excellent. Money Friend goes, people will probably take bigger risks driving to work in a car than what the grapes present.
It's ridiculous. Jason on the trade. Hey Jack, have you given up the guitar? I can't see the background. It's in my closet. I'm not good at it. Hello, song. It's not great. If your 3 balls are falling, sure you gotta stop there. 3 balls falling right now. Yeah, I don't know. I think they just are in a rough patch. I think their strategy works. I think it's just the shots aren't falling and maybe a little bit on defense. It is what it is. I thought you were in your closet. Not in my closet now. I'm not in my closet. Jesus Christ. What a combo.
Hardwood Heroes is nice.
I agree. I think switching up the rotation would be nice. Maybe
I think
we'll
we
get
kind
into
of
that
talked
with the
about
Raptors
this
thing.
today earlier because
Yes.
who sent us the email? Somebody sent an email, and we were talking about
Sean.
Sean sent an email, and we were talking about the rotation and stuff. And this is a very good point. Like it is a good opportunity to put those guys out there, give them run in a situation where it's not the end of the world if you don't win. Plus, you're giving them more experience when they may get in the playoffs and need that.
Jimmy's not picking up that player option, Jazz. He's gone. He's not picking that shit up. He does not want to be in Miami any longer than he has to be. No shot. Suns made a trade. Big
trade.
One. Blockbuster.
Good trade, right?
Yeah, no, for sure good trade. He's good. Very, very good.
They needed to do something, man.
Nick Richards good. I think Pritchard should be trusted more in crunch time. Yeah, to a degree. I mean, listen, like, I like Pritchard, and maybe he should be on the floor in crunch time, but I still don't think he should have the ball in crunch time. You maybe you can get some of the shots, but I don't think he should be running things.
I love when that was a point of discussion last year, and then we got to see that when they played the Kings in April.
And it looked like
someone
shit.
had to hit the game winner because they came back from 15 down in the quarter.
Yep, it was not good. Jimmy looks like he's want to go Nets. I don't think. Let me see. He told him he'd pick up. He told him he'd pick up the option, but only to facilitate a trade, so not to stay in Miami.
Huh.
That's the context. Jimmy better not use really good family feud. Who said that? What is this?
Didn't work out.
I don't.
Latrell Sprewell said that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. There was a lot of weird stuff out of the Jimmy thing because one of the complaints from Riley was that he was taking separate flights from the team, but he was just taking those flights to see his sick dad, which is tough for Riley. Jimmy's a real scumbag for that.
Jesus. I think Jimmy would rather go to the Nets than play in Miami for another year.
Do you really think it would be worse for Miami to have this happen than have him like giving his all season and then like compete in the playoffs?
What do you mean?
So like, let's say Jimmy like wasn't sure about. All right, let's just take a look at it like this. Imagine the back half of Jimmy's season when he played in Philadelphia, right? He wasn't signed there past the summer, and listen, he was just traded there for what it's worth. But he ends up leaving them for nothing. At the same time, Philly was really good during his time there, and they nearly made a conference finals. Like they had a decent playoff run. And
I see what you're saying. Yes,
like,
I still think this is better.
Okay,
because you lose
like
him for
giving it one
more
shot, I suppose. In layman's terms,
you lose him, yeah, because then you lose him for nothing, and then what? Like Jimmy Butler hasn't done anything for 3 to 4 years. He was in the finals the last time he was healthy.
True.
The last time Jimmy Butler was healthy playing basketball, he made the NBA Finals. He dragged a team to the NBA Finals, might I add.
He beat this team.
So I think he's pretty damn good. And for the people saying no one wants to trade for the contract, bet your ass they will. Someone's gonna take it. People want Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's a fucking winner. You don't have to like him. Jimmy Butler's a dog. Like that dude likes to win. And just because this relationship got strained doesn't mean he's not a good basketball player. Yeah, I don't think the Nets would sign him, but I think there would be teams with cap space where he could go. And I think Jimmy is to the point and the type of person who would take less than the max so he doesn't have to play in Miami anymore. For what it's worth.
I still am skeptical of what the market is for him like it kind of says something that Phoenix
It's
is
not
like
amazing anymore.
And the main reason why they like that is because it's a way out of the Beal deal. You muted.
Sorry, I said I think it's very low, Rivens. I don't think it makes sense financially. And yeah, this is it. But Beal has too much power with his no trade clause, so it's a lot.
So much power.
I don't know, man. Like unironically, I think the Pistons would be fun. I don't know if he'd want that for Jimmy.
I think the Pistons would like that.
I agree. I think it'd be sick. I don't know if they do it, but they
the
could certainly
Pistons
get there.
kind of have like a team that I could see Jimmy like kind of galvanizing, and like they kind of buy into that gritty mentality. It would be fun.
Wiggins, Schroeder, and Kyle Anderson for Jimmy Butler. I don't know if the Heat would love that. I don't know if they'd love that. My favorite Jimmy destination is still the Spurs. I think I've said this before. I think Jimmy on the Spurs would be fucking sick. I think him helping them have a couple playoff runs with Wemby. Thanks, Rivens. Appreciate you.
Do you think that
yeah.
Actually, not do you think. Can the Warriors even trade Schroeder? When's the Yeah, they
did it on the date where they can trade him again this season, yes.
I see.
I think this is fun too, but yes, he did say he wouldn't go, which is kind of weird to me, and I don't understand it, but whatever. To each their own.
It's just weird. I'm with you. I think like Memphis is a team that you think it would make sense.
I like the Kings. I don't think he'd do that, but I like the Kings. Maybe he just wants a warm climate, a coastal climate. Maybe that's his goal. I don't know where else. The Clippers would be random, but kind of all right.
Clippers would be random.
There would be. I'd still like on the Rockets.
It would be so on brand. Just because the fucking Clippers are so into let's just get whatever big name we can to keep the team relevant.
Yeah. Let's just have Ballmer pay all the money in the world. Yeah, I don't know what Jimmy's going to do. We'll see. We could have a team that only shoots middies. Yeah, we saw that last year, and they lost in the first round and got swept. It was the Suns. Well, it wasn't very good. He's been telling teams he won't go to them, I guess. Why would somebody trade for Jimmy if he would be free and available after 1 year? Well, he said he'd exercise his team option if he gets traded to the right destination, so he'd have him for the team next year.
They hold out hope that he'll come back.
And he said he'd exercise it for the right team. So how many teams will Schroeder be a part of before he retires? It's a good question. I don't know. Let me see. Schroeder has been on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams now. So I don't know. Around there. He can't go to Young Kimi because he starts complaining and starts. Well, I don't think I don't think that's why he's complaining about Miami. And I don't remember that happening in Philly. He was just there for a year and they didn't pay him. So I don't really think this has been a thing outside of Minnesota. And then he was traded to Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really think this is a narrative as much, Naeem.
Yeah, Philly, I don't think he really was having problems there.
And then Miami, shit, he made the fucking finals the first year he was there.
Yep.
Why are you hating on KP? We're not hating on KP. It's just been an awkward fit. Celtics haven't been very good with him on the floor for whatever reason. So we don't think KP's bad.
Is that the same video that someone was like, you guys sure know how to spin the glass half full?
No, that was the Pelicans win.
Fair enough.
Schroeder's new Garrett Temple. Schroeder's not the new Garrett Temple. Schroeder is having a good season. KP issues overblown. Just looking at somebody to blame. What has been a factor? KP said, no, I think all those people have also been bad. It is just when Al is in the game, the Celtics are better than when KP is in the game. And so I think they're just getting used to him getting back on the court. That is all we said. And it's the whole video. If you listen to the conversation. That's not what I meant, Jack. What did you say? Sure. What do you mean? Oh, just as in team hopping? I see. Hello. It's true. No, everyone's been struggling. It happens. Hi, Irene. Temple's yeah, no, journeyman for sure. I know what you mean. That makes sense. How many teams has Temple been on? Let's see. Garrett Temple has been on. Oh my god. I agree, Ryan. Garrett Temple's been on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 teams. And he's only been on 2 teams for 3 or more years of the 12. And that was Washington and Sacramento.
What a life that must be. It must suck.
I disagree. I think it'd be fun, but I guess for family wise, it wouldn't be great. But I guess it just depends on where you are
all the time and stuff.
Well, you do kind of travel with the new friends that you make. He had a gap year too. He played overseas for a year in 2012. He came
took
back.
A gap year.
Did. Hello.
Yeah, Irene's right. Don't forget.
Yeah, Quincy Oliveri. He's been pretty good. He's fan favorite. People like him. All right, we can get on out of here. Game's going to start soon. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to How About Them Celtics. Make sure to tune into the channel tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. for the recap of this game, along with the full pot, I should say. But yeah, 30 minutes for every game. We're here. Thanks for chatting with us. We'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your